while back, I made a video going over the reasons why I wanted to have a dedicated streaming and content creation space. Well, this video is a little bit late, but I finally pulled the trigger, baby. In this video, we're going to go over the design, pricing, and how long this is all going to take. Hopefully. If you're new here and enjoy this type of content, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and turn notifications on. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's get into the design. This website basically lets you go ahead and custom build everything out. So this is kind of a mock-up of basically what we're doing. It's going to be a 10 by 16, which is what I built out here. It has gray paint on the walls and this black metal roof, which is what we chose. Just to kind of break down the overall design, we added this one door here. It came with double doors on the front side here, which takes up a little bit more space. I think this makes a little bit better use of the space of the walls and not trying to take up as much space in total. We added 3 different windows to try and bring in as much light as possible, even though most of the time I'm going to be streaming and creating content at night, and I'm going to be splitting the room with my wife, so we're both going to have our own layout on each side. So let's get into that. All right, so here is kind of like a little mock-up of the space here. Basically we would be splitting the room in half. So my plan is to have 2 dedicated content creation spaces. So this would be my streaming area down here, and then I'm going to have a sit and stand desk that's going to be on wheels so that I can move it around, and I could have it, at a different angle, use this as a backdrop over here, move it around and have this as a backdrop over this way. And then when I'm not using it, probably move it back to this area. This wall is going to be basically an accent wall. It's got a wall mounted TV just over here, and then it's going to have panels all over the wall for decorations and maybe some shelves and things like that. You might be saying, sounds good, but what's the price? Do I have to give up an arm, maybe a leg? Well, not exactly. Let's get into the budget. All right, guys, so here's a look at the budget spreadsheet. So let's just kind of go line by line. The overall cost of the shed itself, I have this broken down in 2 categories: the expected amount and the actual amount paid. So the expected amount we had budgeted was $7,500. What we ended up paying was $8,900 because we did some upgrades, as far as like the siding and different things like that. The flooring, we ended up doing a laminate roll. Expected budget was $140. Actual we ended up paying was $112. It was on like a crazy deal. Drywall $300. We ended up paying only $230. Electrical ended up coming in a little higher, $600 more. Could have did it ourselves. Just it's a lot of work, and a lot of time. Lights, we ended up getting a couple lights, just longer lights for the ceiling. Got them at Costco. They were on sale, $160 versus our expected budget of $400. AC expected budget was $900. We got it for $618, and that's a mini split system. Really cool. Central is like air and heat, which is really going to be awesome for it. Insulation $750, ended up being $515. 2x4s, we ended up adding 2x4s to the ceiling to be able to hang all the drywall because it only had 2 of them. Room divider, this is for just the middle of the room in between my desks and my wife's desks. Outlets and switches $60, basically right on budget. Desks $500 was the expected amount, $574 actual, just right on budget. And then floor glue. Overall, the budget was $13,100, and the actual coming in just a little bit over that, over at $14,262. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think overall the price might seem very high, but for what I'm getting and the value overall, and if for some reason I end up selling my home or something like that, this is definitely going to be something that could be marketed as home office. So that's definitely a great way to look at it, I think. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, suggestions, or if you think I'm completely crazy. So it's 3 a.m. I'm almost done editing, and then I realized I forgot to do the timeline. So let's talk about it. Overall, the plan is to try and get the entire shed done and ready to have all of the equipment and streaming desks and all of that in there within about a month and a half. So that's the timeline of what I'm looking at. I know it's a lot of work, but you're only going to get out of it what you put into it, right? If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you turn notifications on for the next update, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Oh, and I almost forgot. I wanted to give a shout out to Lil J and Zeno, aka Pug, for the tremendous amount of support. You guys have shown massive support. You've been subscribers for a long time. And whether it be donations, members, super chats, you guys have really tried to help me throughout this whole process and show support. And I appreciate the hell out of that, man. Let's go, baby.